Hi, this is Stuart Talley here. I am the partner responsible for the Stryker Rejuvenate and ABG2 litigation. And the reason we're doing this video today is to provide some breaking news in the status of the Stryker Rejuvenate and ABG2 litigation. I just returned from court here in Minneapolis, and I'm pleased to announce that at a court hearing that was held today, a global settlement agreement was announced. And this is a settlement that will be open to anyone who has an ABG2 or Stryker Rejuvenate hip that's been revised. And under the terms of the settlement, and it's a very, very thick, detailed settlement that we haven't actually read through entirely at this point, but the basic framework is that anybody who has a Stryker Rejuvenate or ABG2 hip that has been revised will receive on average $300,000. This is a settlement that can go up or down depending on the individual circumstances of the plaintiff. If someone has what we call extraordinary injuries, so injuries that sort of go beyond the run-of-the-mill type of case, for example, somebody who has an infection after revision, they have a dislocation, they need an osteotomy during revision, there are upward adjustments for those types of injuries. And so what this settlement does is it puts in place a mechanism so that anyone with one of these hips can receive some compensation. Now, what's important to know is that it is a completely voluntary settlement program. The settlement that is in place is really a settlement offer that's made available to anyone who has one of these hips. The settlement may not be perfect for everybody. We have within our firm several cases that I don't think this settlement will work for, and those cases may have to be litigated going forward. So if you have a Stryker Rejuvenate hip that's been revised, it's very important to get in touch with an attorney so they can evaluate your case. They can help process you through this settlement program and get you the compensation that you deserve. If you have a Stryker Rejuvenate or ABG2 hip that has not been recalled, the settlement agreement provides relief for those people as well in the form of non-monetary relief. Stryker takes a position that unless your hip has been revised, you have not suffered damages. I know lots of people are concerned about elevated cobalt and chromium, but the science right now is pretty clear that unless you actually have some kind of soft tissue injury in the hip, it's very difficult to prove one of these cases. So Stryker is not paying people that have not had revision. But what's important about the settlement is that if you have a case that is on file and your hip has not been revised, then the statute of limitations will be told in your case. That means that it doesn't run. You're protected. If you need revision down the road, you could participate in the settlement at that point, or file a lawsuit, or do what you need to do to preserve and protect your rights. Now, what's important to know is that if you have a Stryker Rejuvenate or ABG2 that has not been revised, and you do not have a case on file, you are not protected. Stryker has made it clear in the settlement agreement that they intend to pursue the statute of limitations as a defense in cases. And they may do that if you wait too long to get a case on file. But if you get a case on file now, the settlement agreement essentially tolls your statute. It keeps it preserved and protects your rights so that if something bad happens down the road, you're protected. So if you have a Stryker Rejuvenate or ABG2, you should call us right away. We can tell you more about the settlement. As we dig through this 98-page document, we'll know a lot more about the details of the settlement. We'll also provide updates on this webpage as they come up. We will try to answer frequently asked questions, which I'm sure we'll have lots of over the next couple of days. But really what's important is if you have one of these hips, get in touch with an attorney so that they can make sure that your rights are protected. You can reach us at the phone number on the screen, or you can visit our website and fill out one of our online forms. Myself or one of my partners will contact you right away and provide you with all the information that you need to have to make an informed decision as to whether this settlement works for you and whether you need to register into the settlement to protect your rights.